Ryan Mitchell couldn't understand why his toddler son Cooper cried desperately whenever their housekeeper Grace left, or why the boy constantly searched for her around the house. When Cooper began struggling to grip his sippy cup, Ryan's concern deepened. He installed hidden cameras to monitor Grace during nap time, determined to uncover what she was hiding. What the footage revealed left Ryan frozen in place. Ryan Mitchell first noticed something odd. His son Cooper, barely 2.5 years old, stood at the window watching their housekeeper, Grace Carter, walk to her car. When Grace's vehicle disappeared around the corner, Cooper burst into tears. Every time Grace prepared to leave, Cooper would cling to her legs. Throughout the day, Ryan tried to brush it off at first. Kids get attached to their caregivers. Jennifer worked in corporate consulting and traveled frequently. Ryan managed his marketing business from home, which meant Grace had become essential. She cooked meals, kept the house spotless, and watched Cooper during Ryan's work calls. Then came the incident with the sippy cup. Ryan was preparing dinner when he noticed Cooper struggling at his high chair. The boy was trying to lift his cup, but his grip kept slipping. His little fingers seemed weak. The cup tumbled to the floor for the third time. That night, Ryan mentioned it to Jennifer over video call. She was in Dallas for a conference. Jennifer laughed it off. Ryan was overthinking things again, she said. Toddlers drop things constantly. It was part of being 2 years old. But Ryan couldn't relax. Between Cooper's strange attachment to Grace and his apparent clumsiness, something felt wrong. Ryan made a decision. He ordered security cameras and installed them throughout the house. He positioned one in the living room, one in the kitchen, and one near Cooper's bedroom. He told himself it was for safety, but deep down he knew the real reason. The first few days revealed nothing unusual. Grace arrived each morning, made breakfast, played with Cooper, cleaned the house. During nap time, she would take Cooper to his room. Everything seemed normal. On the 5th day, he found it. The timestamp showed 2:15 in the afternoon. During Cooper's scheduled nap time, Ryan watched as Grace lifted Cooper from his crib, but instead of laying him back down for sleep, she carried him to the living room. Grace placed Cooper on a foam mat on the floor. She sat beside him and began moving his legs in slow, deliberate motions. She stretched his arms above his head, then brought them down in circles. She held up colorful toys, encouraging Cooper to reach for them. The session lasted nearly an hour. What was she doing? Was this some bizarre ritual? Why hadn't she mentioned any of this? Over the next week, Ryan documented everything. Every afternoon at nap time, Grace would take Cooper to the living room and repeat the exercises. She would hold toys at different heights, coaxing Cooper to grab them. She would guide his hands through precise movements, help him stack blocks, encourage him to pick up small objects. It looked almost like physical therapy, but that made no sense. Cooper wasn't in therapy. He didn't need therapy, did he? He started coming home earlier, hoping to catch her, but Grace seemed to have uncanny timing. Whenever Ryan appeared, she was folding laundry or preparing snacks. The deception frustrated Ryan. He considered confronting her but decided to gather more evidence first. Then came the afternoon when everything changed. Ryan finished a client call early and walked to the living room. He found Grace sitting on the floor with Cooper. Between them was a pile of blocks. Cooper's small hands trembled as he tried to place one block on another. When Grace looked up and saw Ryan standing in the doorway, she pulled her hand away from Cooper as if she had been caught doing something forbidden. Ryan's voice was tense when he spoke. He asked Grace what she had been doing during nap time. He told her he knew about the exercises, the secret sessions. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then in a shaking voice, she began to explain. Weeks ago, Grace had noticed something about Cooper. Cooper's motor skills seemed behind where they should be for his age. His grip was weak. His coordination was delayed. Small tasks that should have been easy for a child his age were difficult for him. Grace admitted she had been doing physical therapy exercises with Cooper. The techniques weren't random. Her own son had faced developmental delays years ago, and she had learned these methods working with his therapists. She had hoped that with extra help, Cooper might catch up before anyone noticed there was a problem. But she had been too afraid to tell Ryan and Jennifer. She worried they would think she was overstepping her boundaries. Ryan stood frozen. Relief, guilt, and gratitude crashed through him in waves. Grace hadn't been hiding something sinister. She had been trying to help his son, the only way she knew how. The next day, Ryan called a pediatric specialist. The appointment was scheduled for that week. Ryan and Jennifer sat in the doctor's office watching as the specialist evaluated Cooper. The doctor asked Cooper to pick up toys, stack blocks, grip a crayon. With each task, the doctor made notes. Finally, the diagnosis came. Cooper had mild developmental delays in his motor skills, caused by low muscle tone. It wasn't severe, the doctor assured them. With early intervention and consistent therapy, children like Cooper made excellent progress. The doctor praised them for catching it early. Ryan thought about Grace. She had noticed. She had seen what they had missed. Ryan and Jennifer enrolled Cooper in professional occupational therapy sessions twice a week, but they also asked Grace to continue her afternoon exercises. The combination proved powerful. Ryan watched as Cooper climbed onto the couch by himself for the first time. No assistance, no struggles. The boy pulled himself up with confidence and settled into the cushions with a proud smile. Grace was folding laundry nearby. Ryan walked over to her. He told her she wasn't just their housekeeper. She was family. And you, what would you have done if you discovered someone secretly helping your child?